My name is Glenn Hawking, and I was in the Air Force, mostly with the Washington Air Guard for a good long time. We did refueling we had one KC-135s, so we were refueling everybody. I did active duty in Desert Shield and Desert Storm. I was actually 25 years old. I was actually late to the game.
Wow.
I went in and I was actually older than one of my drill instructors. I looked at it as an opportunity, and that was enjoyable. I met some good people that were, in the Guard unit, and it's like, hey, come on in. And it was actually an enjoyable experience.
But for Charles Eli, the military was a family tradition. He signed up at 18 and served as a Marine in the Vietnam War.
Partly because at the time, I'm the oldest of 6 children, and we really didn't have the money to send me to college. So I was thinking, I'd get my college education in the service, which I didn't do. And then partly because it's like a traditional thing in the family. I'm, I think, 4th generation military. 3rd for sure, but I'm thinking 4th. I'm not positive of that. But, it's a traditional thing to do, so that's what we did.
As a young man, drinking became an issue overseas for Charlie.
For a kid fresh out of high school, you don't know what's going to happen. And like in my case, I went to Hawaii first, where I was stationed at. The drinking age there was 18. And then I come home on leave, being here from Spokane. At that time, Idaho was 19 and it's only 20 miles to the border, so I was doing that. And then when I got stationed in California, it was just right on my 21st birthday, and it was 21 there, so it just kind of rolled along with me.
After being honorably discharged, both men had a hard time transitioning back to civilian life.
It is. It just takes a while to transition back in. There's no one thing that I can think of, but yeah, it's just going from being overseas and being in a small group that's self-reliant, coming back and trying to decompress a little bit, because we're on a totally different schedule. We're running 24/7, so there's times where I'm busy all the time. And then just coming back, at least we had a chance to decompress a little bit.
In my head, I was thinking I was still back in the service trying to do things in that nature, and in reality, I couldn't do it, and I kept getting in trouble.
But how does a veteran become homeless?
For me, it was just a matter of life treating me, just me not responding well to change. With the divorce and all of that, I ended up just having an economic spiral. You make good money, and then you end up only getting part of that after the divorce, because you're paying child support. If you lose a job and you're out of resources, you start losing things in your life.
A lot of drinking, bad marriages, bad decisions on my part. Pride's a big one. Having people telling me what I can and can't do and not liking it, and I tell them, screw off, I'm out of here. It's just just bad decisions, a lot of it.
And what are some common misconceptions about homeless veterans?
Being homeless isn't anything anybody plans for ever. When I was if you would have asked 10 or 12 years, 15 years ago where I was going to be, this isn't it.
That they're all running around begging for money and eating out of garbage cans, sleeping in nasty dives downtown or whatever, when in reality they just need a helping hand to get them going again.
When it comes to family, Charlie reminds vets to
try to turn off the valve to the military life and turn on being human, listening to your children and your spouse, and at the same time, hopefully they're going to listen to you. And don't go off on them like they're some soldier in your platoon or whatever,
And soon there will be a new program in Spokane.
Getting a lot more vets off the street. And there's, it's going to come to the point where here in Spokane, if you're a veteran on the street, we're going to contact you somehow, and we're going to get you a house. We're going to get a roof over your head, because there shouldn't be an excuse for a vet to be out there in the cold.